Hi students, welcome to our physics class. Our chapter name is electric current and its effects. In the last classes we are discussing about different topics in this chapter, and the last topic was the effects of electric current, and we discussed about the heating effects, and actually we are on that topic, heating effects of electric current. In the last class we conducted an experiment using nichrome wire with the same diagram. That means we just fixed two nails on a stand and we just connected a battery and a key. Now this key is open and I am just putting a wire here, and this wire is thin strand of steel wool. Means very tiny steel wire. That is means this thin strand of steel wool. So I am just connecting this steel wool with these nails and connecting a battery and a key. Now I am doing that. I am going to close this key. In the last class, we conducted the experiment using nichrome wire. What happens when we close the key? That is, already this key is open, and when we close the key, what happens? The electricity will flow, and continuously when electricity flow, there occurs heat production, and that is what we call the effect of heating effects. And here this wire is different and it is a thin strand of steel wool. And here when I close the key, the result is something different. I am just closing the key. When I close the key, what we can observe? We can observe that when the electricity flow through this circuit, this wire will break or this wire will melt. This wire will melt. Now, here this wire got break and the circuit is incomplete. It is incomplete, which means that this circuit is open and there is no electricity will now flow through this circuit because it is not closed. So this is the same thing that takes place in the fuse. You are familiar with this term fuse, and we use this fuse in our home. Now the question is, why we are using this fuse in the circuits, and what is this fuse? That is the question, and the same thing takes place in the fuse. Now we are going to look what is the fuse and why we are using this fuse in our circuits. Generally, you can see this fuse in some of the main electronic devices and also in our main switches also. That means that generally we are connecting this fuse in front of the main switch. That means for the main switch, we are connecting a fuse here. We are connecting a fuse before this. That means when the electricity flow, it will first go through this fuse and after that it will reach the main switch. So, why we are using this fuse? Actually, this fuse is a safety device. This fuse is a safety device. So, why we are using this fuse in our circuit? We are using this fuse to make safe our devices, which means that it is a safety device and it protects our devices or electronic equipments from high circuit or high flow of power. So, I will explain what it is. So, for this fuse, there is having a wire. For this fuse, it is having a wire and we are selecting a particular type of wire. It will be different for different company fuses. And we are selecting a certain type of wire with a proper length and thickness. with a proper length and thickness. That means that this wire can hold maximum amount of electricity. That means it can hold certain amount of electricity, and if this electricity is having more energy than its capacity, what will happen? Then this fuse will melt. That means this got melts means that then the circuit is incomplete and then the electricity will not reach our main switch. Likewise, we are just protecting this main switch or the further devices by this. That means when this high amount of electricity is getting flowing into the main switch, what will happen? Then all the circuit will burn, or there get short circuit, or like problems will take place and it will cause to danger. So we are actually adding this fuse as a safety measure. I think it's clear for you. And here I just said that for a fuse, it can have a certain capacity. It having certain capacity, and when the electricity will cross this capacity, which means that when the electricity will flow in high quantity or when it will flow with high power, what will happen is that this fuse will get melts, and that's how this main switch will be protected. And also you can see this fuse in some of the plugs, like for the television or for the refrigerator or for the washing machine. For all these, for the power switch, we can see a fuse with the switch. And it is for making safe these devices like television or fridge or the washing machine, like the devices. That means when the high electricity will come to this, then what happens? This fuse will melt, but the device is getting protected. So you want to remember this fuse is a safety device. So this is all about this area. Now the question is, how this high amount of electricity is coming to our circuits? That is the next question. Before that, in your textbook, page number 166, you can see two diagrams, figure 14.14 and 14.15. The figure 14.14 is the fuse that is using in our home for our main switch, like that. So that is the main fuse, and you don't need to just observe only this diagram. No need of searching in your main switch, because there is a possibility of getting shock and that is dangerous, and you never want to go and observe. Just observe this diagram in your textbook. The next one is 14.5, and you can see a small type of fuse, and it is very small in size, and that we are using in certain type of devices, and some of you may saw that already. So that is the fuse we are using in electrical appliances, and that is a small fuse similar to a small tubelet. So it is something like that, and there are different types of fuses. These are some of the types. Just observe the diagram carefully in your textbook. Now the question is, how the excess or how this higher quantity of electricity is coming to the circuit. We are already said that we are using this fuse to prevent this higher amount of electric flow to our circuit. Now the question is, how this high amount of electricity is coming to our circuit. That is the question. So the first one is that I am just talking about the reason. The first reason is that, so when we are having certain type of wire, here I have a wire for the phone recharge cable, and here you can see a black coating on this wire. So why we are giving such a coating on these wires, or you can see the wires in blue, red, yellow like colors, and that means it have always such a type of coating in these wires in our circuits we are using. Why we are using such coating? Have any reason for this coating, or it is just giving for a design? No, actually it is having a proper reason why we are giving such a coating on these wires. So, if we have no such coating on this, what will happen is that when this is getting touched when they are in circuit, that means when electricity is passing through this, when they are getting contact or when they touch, what will happen? Then we will call it as short circuit. That means there will occur spark or there starts to fire or it will get burned. So, for avoiding this, we are just adding such a type of coating in the wires to avoid the short circuit. And also, when this is having no such coating, what will happen when we coat this, when it is on the circuit or in the plug? What will happen? We get electric shock. So, for reducing these all things, we are giving such a coating on these wires. And so, we are reducing the higher amount of electricity, that is we are talking. That means when this wire is getting touched, there occurs high amount of electric flow. That means when this wire is getting touched, there occurs higher amount of electric flow. So, we are taking the measures to reduce this, but still with moving more time, what will occur is that this coating will be get damaged. In our circuit itself, there will occur such things, and then what happens? This coating will be damaged, and then when they get touched, what will happen? They will get short circuit. And it will may happen with some sort of accidents and also. So, for as a measure for protecting from this such occasions having short circuit, we are adding fuses. So, the first thing that the excess electric flow will occur is that the direct touching of wires, direct touching of wires, and that will occur how the tear and wear occurs in the wires. That means the coating will be lost, and that's how there occurs the direct touching of wires, and that's how there flow high amount of electricity, and there will occur a short circuit and it will damage our whole system. And that's how we are using such a fuse to reduce the chance for this short circuit. That is the first thing, how the high amount of electricity will flow to our devices. That is the first thing. The second thing is that, in the power socket, when we are adding too much of devices at a time, which means that we are using the television, the refrigerator, washing machine, like mixer grinder, heater, like all the devices I am going to connect in a single socket, or I am just connecting to I have so many sockets here, and I am connecting all these with a single circuit, all these devices, and then what will happen? Again here have a possibility to get overload, which means we are continuously connecting all the devices together. Then we call it as an overload, and here also there occurs a high amount of electricity will come, and that will damage our devices. So, in these such cases, we avoid such situation by adding the fuse, and so we are calling this fuse as a safety device. So, this is all about this area. But now, in today's circuits, generally we are adding another type of safety measure rather than this fuse. What is that? And when your home is just built in these days, then we are adding such type of safety measures instead of fuse. That is the thing called MCB. MCB. What is this MCB? MCB is miniature circuit breaker. circuit breaker. So nowadays we are using these MCBs in our circuits to protect our devices. So in your textbook figure 14.16 at page number 167, you can see a diagram of this MCB. So what is this MCB doing? The same thing is doing is that in this MCB, when high amount of electricity is flowing through this, what will happen is that this MCB having switches. And so when high amount of electricity is flowing through this, what will happen is that this MCB will be get off. And it is done automatically. That means when high electricity will flow through this MCB, then it will automatically get off. That means it having some sort of pedals and it will just get down. And after that, when we are just making it on, that means it do not get automatically get on. We want to just on it. When we on it, then the circuit will be complete and then the electricity will flow. When the time this MCB just off the switch, what will happen? Then the circuit is incomplete and then there is no electricity will flow through our circuit, and that's how our devices will be get protected. So nowadays we are using MCBs, and you just want to remember this. What is this MCB? Means miniature circuit breaker. Miniature circuit breaker. So the expansion for the MCB. This is important and you just want to remember this MCB. Miniature circuit breaker. So this is all about this area, and in the last class and today's class we discussed about the heating effects. So this is all about the heating effects, and now we are going to discuss about the other effects. So when we discussed about the heating effects, it have both advantages and disadvantages. What are the advantages for the heating effects? The advantages or heating effects is that we can use the iron box or the heater, electric heater or electric water heater. Like all the devices we are using the heat produced in such devices, and we are using the effects of heat or heat production. So that is the advantages. And now what are the disadvantages? We talk about the filament lamp. They produce heat and that is one of the disadvantages. We don't want the heat produced there, and that is one of the disadvantages. In the similar way, when all the electronic devices are working continuously, you feel they produce heat. Even if there is no such coil is there, still when electricity is flowing through all the circuits and all the devices, there is producing certain type of heat, and this heat will damage the devices. So this is also one of the disadvantage of heating effects of electric current. So this is all about this area, heating effects of electric current. Now we want to study the next topic is that the magnetic effect. Magnetic effects of electric current. Magnetic effects of electric current. Before that, I just want to tell you something that when I checked your answer sheets, I just saw that some of the students are just drawing about the cell like this. Actually, our cell or battery, we want to draw the line straight. No such, and they are just drawing like this and just put positive and negative here. This is wrong. So when you are drawing the cell, you just want to draw like this. That is, we have a one line straight and other line short line, and just draw two lines like this. Then this is a cell. When we are increasing the number, this is called battery. And also I just observed that you are just drawing like this about the battery. Actually, this is not the symbol for battery. This is just a diagram or a picture. But we are talking about the symbols. This is not the symbol for battery. So, no need of drawing such things when we are asking about symbols. This is the symbol. This is only the symbol. This is not the symbol. So, no need of drawing such diagrams. This is only a diagram that we are generally drawing in our textbook, or they are just giving the pictures. We can see the battery like this, but we are not adding or we are not giving a battery in a circuit like this. We are drawing like this. This is the symbol. This is for battery and this is for cell. And also, no need of drawing this type of bulb in the circuit. How we are drawing bulb in the circuit? We just want to draw. This is how we just want to add a bulb in a circuit. So, no need of drawing the actual bulb or the picture in our circuit diagrams. So, this is all the things I just found in your answer sheet and I'm just mentioned here. So, we are talking about the magnetic effects of electric current. Now, we can talk about an activity that here you can see a circuit diagram and I will explain what it is. I just take a box. This is a box inside the matchbox. So, after that, I just take a wire and we just want to wind it like this. We just want to wind it like this. And that's what here you can see. That means, and we are just selecting certain type of copper wire. I just show you what we are doing here. So, this like we just want to wind the wire on this box. That is what we just draw the. So, here after winding this wire, what we are doing that just connecting a battery, a key here and a bulb. So, this is the diagram and now this key is open. Now I am going to do that. I am just placing a compass. Compass means this thing. I feel you are familiar with this and we call it as Vadakku Nokkiyantram. That is this compass. So, now we want to do that. Actually, this box is just kept like this. And we want to put this compass inside this winding wires. That means I just want to put this compass inside this box. And after that, we are just winding these wires. So, when this key is open, you just observe that you can feel that it is not getting moving. That means this compass is at rest. It is having no such motion when we just open the key. That is the first thing. Now, we just want to do that. Just bring a magnet near this. That means here still we have the compass and all the circuit is there. And when we are just putting a magnet near this, what you can observe? You can observe that the needle starts to vibrate. The needle inside this compass start to vibrate when there is a magnet is present near this compass. If you have any compass with you, you just try and you can see that the needle is getting vibrated when there present a magnet. And so, that is the second thing. That means now itself here the key is open. That means when we are just putting a magnet there, the needle start to vibrate. That is the second thing. Now the third thing, I am just taking out the magnet away. Still the compass is there and now I am going to close this key. I am going to close this key. Then what you observe? You observe that again without the presence of magnet, still the needle get vibrate. Still the needle get vibrate. And the vibration of this needle we are calling it as deflection. Deflection. We are not calling it as vibration in the needle. We call it as deflection inside the needle. And what is this needle in this compass? In this compass, not in all the compass, what is this needle? What is the material it's made of? It is actually a magnet. It is actually a... So this is a needle magnet. There are different types of magnets like bar magnet, ring magnet, disc magnet. Like different types of magnets are there. Likewise, this is a needle magnet is present inside this compass. So, when the electricity is flowing through this, what we can see that it is getting deflected or it is getting vibrated. So, that is the third thing. So, when there is having a presence of magnet, it gets vibrated. And if there is electricity is flowing through this, there also what happens? There also having vibration. Then how we can conclude this? Actually, when the electricity is flowing through the circuit, it will behave as similar as were there present a magnet. Which means that we can say that when electricity is flowing through a circuit, this coil will act as a magnet. Even if not about this coil also, we are just making such an arrangement to bring this compass inside that setup. That's why we are just winding this on a box. Even if where electricity is flowing in any type of wire, when we put a compass there, we can see that it starts deflecting. And that is because when electricity is flowing through a wire, there have certain type of magnetic properties occurs there, and we call it as magnetic effects of electric current. Or we can say when electricity is flowing through a wire, it acts like a magnet, and we call such property is called magnetic effects of electric current. So this is all about today's topic, and you want to read your textbook 3-4 times and want to write the notes, and it's enough for today. We will meet in next class. Thank you.